Oh, welcome to the show. I'm David Moulton.
And I'm Penn Ketchum. What's up? David, I'm glad you got the memo.
Yeah.
I sent it out late last night, so I wasn't sure if you saw it.
I did. Well, the thing was, I don't know if you know this now, I sit by my email waiting for your call.
Right. And I was up super late last night. I was up till...
It had to be 6:30.
Yeah, it was almost 9:30 or almost 10.
Wow.
So I sent out this note and I said, David, all the cool kids are wearing maroon tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, because last week, everyone remembers,
Yeah.
there were some issues with my fashion wardrobe.
Well, I was going to give you some slack because you were walking around here in a sweater that was basically the same as the t-shirt you were wearing.
Right. I was wearing a Penn Cinema blue sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Which I knew would be frowned upon to wear at the show.
I was like, you really think that's different?
I would have argued that it is different.
Yeah,
long sleeve, little logo.
But now
I'm all in with the
new
maroon
world.
t-shirt. Just wait till you see what I have teed up for next week.
Oh, shoot. I said to someone, I was like, he's going to come dressed like a clown. Be like, is this enough for you?
Exactly. Well, so you get it. So you get that I have reactive attachment disorder or whatever, you know. Like I definitely have that tendency. And that thought definitely crossed my mind.
And it would have been hilarious.
I ran out of time to execute it. So maybe next week for Easter.
We're a day early.
Right. I didn't have my usual time.
Yeah. And
There's no time, David. I swear to God.
I know. And the thing is, I don't know if people realize this or not, but I didn't think you were real on any day but Sunday.
Right.
And here we are on Saturday, and I'm like, wait, Penn does things other than Sundays?
Do you remember the first time you saw like a teacher like at the grocery store?
Yeah.
And you're like a little kid and your little head exploded?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your parents interact with them and they act like a normal person.
Right.
And not
So
the authoritative teacher that you're used to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so here we are. Happy Saturday, David.
Happy Saturday. Welcome to the show. I don't know if you've been here before.
Yeah. No, it's long. What did we have a couple weeks ago? Long time not listener?
Yeah, long time not listener.
Long time not listener. Long time co-host.
First time writer.
First time writer. I wrote in once before, right?
Yeah.
You remember what that was? I wrote into the show. That was great. That was
a long time
That was
ago.
years ago.
Wow.
That was so fun.
You ready for news? There's not a lot this week.
No, but we got some.
The big news, and the one that I've been seeing everywhere.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. And I debated whether or not it was news, but I figured enough people were talking about it that if you've missed it, and where you get news, one, please, you need to do more to get better news.
Mm-hmm.
And then two, we should give it to you.
Yeah. You know what we should do? We should start a Sidewalk Chalk news program. Every day I go out in front of the building and write on the sidewalk in Sidewalk Chalk the top headlines of the day.
Right.
And then people can drive by the theater to get their news.
I think if you did that, you get halfway through the first headline, and then it'd be stick figures, sword fighting, and stuff.
Rocket ships.
Rocket ships. Yeah.
Did you know, I don't think we've really touched on this. When I was a kid, I was a master doodler. I doodled everything. Rocket ships, dinosaurs, boats, airplanes,
all
monsters.
while you should have been taking notes at school, right?
100% while I was supposed to be taking notes. In fact, it was a theme. It was a regular theme in my education was Penn has great potential, and if he would stop doodling and stop talking to his friends and stop making fart jokes,
wow,
he would probably do okay. But instead, he's going to repeat junior year.
Who knew? Years later, you'd be doing all that on a podcast for 7 years.
Oh, my God. All right, hit us with this news that everyone is talking about.
Well, you're familiar with the Super Mario Galaxy movie.
I believe the Super Mario Galaxy movie opens this coming week.
Right.
I believe we're going to review it next week.
Right, we are. And you would think that Universal would be like, wait till you see this movie, there's going to be tons of surprises.
Right.
But instead they were like, hey, I know you were going to this movie to see Super Mario and Friends.
Right.
But what if also Fox McCloud from Star Fox was in it?
Wow. And everybody knows what Star Fox is.
Everybody
So when they
knows.
saw that headline, they were like, oh my God, not Fox McCloud.
Yeah, they were like, Star Fox played by Colin Powell?
Glenn Powell.
Oh.
Colin Powell, I think, was an old politician, dude. General, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah. But Glenn Powell is a much better actor, I've heard.
I would have preferred Colin.
Right. No, come on, stop it. We love Glenn Powell.
Yeah. No, yeah.
What did we just see? We saw him this summer or this spring in something really good.
How to Make a Killing.
Yeah. Yeah. He was great. He was great. All right. So what is Star Fox?
Star Fox is like one of the flagship games for Nintendo.
Okay.
That they haven't made new one in like 20 years.
So, okay.
And so people, but not only is he a big his own franchise, right? But are you familiar with a game called Super Smash Brothers?
Obviously.
Yeah. If anybody would be,
Right.
it would be you.
I'm a huge gamer.
Yeah. So what they did ages ago, and it's a very popular thing, is Nintendo was like, what if we had a fighting game, but it was all our cutesy mascot characters, and they all just fought each other in a King of the Hill. They don't kill each other; they just push each other off the hill,
Right.
type of thing.
We used to do that at Salisbury, but anyway, go ahead.
Right? Yeah. Salisbury steak.
Yeah.
Yeah. So people are like, well, if Fox is in this, then maybe we're leading up to a multi-universe Super Smash Brothers movie.
Right. That's what I almost interrupted you to ask you that question.
Yeah. So that's like the implication. There's also a thing is people love Star Fox and they haven't made one in several video game system generations. So they're all like, well, why would they put him in this movie if he wasn't going to get a new video game?
Yeah. And do you agree with me that Glenn Powell is an A-lister?
Colin Powell was like a 4-star.
Right. He was a 4-star, but
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe 5. I don't know.
probably 6.
Right. Yeah. So, but Colin, yeah, no, I think he's working his way into A-list.
Glenn.
Yeah, Glenn.
Right.
Well, they're both kind of in the tiers of the listings.
I love how you have a real mental block on that.
I do.
Yeah.
It's just
That's great.
they're both such substantial guys.
Right.
to me.
They're huge.
They
yeah.
impacted my life.
Right. Well, everyone loves a 7-star general.
Right.
Right. Or
Right.
8. I
Or 8.
personally thought he should have been 9, but
Mine's 3 cubed.
right, 3 cubed.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a big deal, and the reason why I asked you if he was an A-lister, I think he is, Glenn Powell. He's not quite,
He's working his way there.
He's there. He's there. I don't think you stick an A-lister randomly in a massive movie like Mario Brothers if you don't intend to do more with him.
Right. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. I thought this was just like a quirky little note that you put in there, but
No, it's
sounds
kind
like
of a big. It has a lot of implications. Maybe it's nothing,
right.
but at the same time,
Right.
why would they announce it a week before the movie if it wasn't more than just
They wouldn't.
him in the background?
They wouldn't.
You know what I mean?
And I'll just say real quick, kudos to Universal because I feel like that's pretty well played.
Yeah.
Like they could have been like Mario Brothers starring Glenn Powell and we're making a new movie, by the way. But instead, like they just sort of slipped it in there and it's leaking out, it's dribbling out like
Yeah.
a little bit. Speaking of massive
Leaks.
A-listers and huge games, are you familiar?
Condoleezza Rice
Are you familiar with the game John Wick?
in the game. Yeah.
They made a movie off it.
Yeah.
I'm just assuming now that every movie has a game that I never heard of.
Well, there are John Wick video
Right.
games.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
See, point
Yeah,
proven.
Yeah.
The next John Wick spin-off. This is like soft news, but we love John Wick so much. I feel like for our level, for our show, we're going to just declare that this is real news.
Okay. Yeah.
You cool with that?
Hold on. Let me get in the right space. Okay.
Right. Okay.
I'm ready.
I wanted you to be ready for it.
Okay,
I
thanks.
appreciate you taking the time to be
Yeah.
ready for that. Okay. So the next John Wick spinoff is coming. Deadline reports that Donnie Yen, you remember him?
Yeah. He
Yeah.
played the blind guy in the.
Yes.
movies.
And the film, he is going to direct it and star in it.
Oh.
Yeah, so his character, whose name is Kane, was introduced in Chapter 4, and he will be returning to the role to direct and star as Kane. And Rina Sawayama
Oh.
is also set to reprise her role as Shimazu Akira from the 4th installment.
Was that his? I don't know who that is.
I don't know either, but like I said, we're such huge John Wick fans. We don't know any of the characters' names, but we're excited that there's a spinoff.
Yeah.
I am.
Wow. No, I mean, this is something that they talked about before, but it's nice to know it's got some legs.
Wasn't The Ballerina also a spinoff?
It was. He was in it. John Wick
yeah.
was in it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But this is, I think, like, the ballerina was like something that happened in the world of John Wick, where I think this is like something that came out of a John Wick movie. Because it's like where the character goes after 4, or did he die in 4?
No, he was supposed to die. It was all cinematic, and you were led to believe that he was
Oh,
dead.
then he survived.
And then he survived.
Yeah, not John, but the
Kane guy.
King guy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'm assuming it's post.
Yeah.
Whatever happened there.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
And that's all the news that's fit to print.
That's all the news that's fit to print this week.
Oh.
Whoa. Shock and awe.
That was like a cut. That was like a trimmed down. That was just the ending.
Yeah.
I just
no
skipped
fanfare.
No fanfare.
Yeah.
We're getting right to it this week. We have a bunch of trailers.
So many trailers.
Some of them are good,
Some are trailers.
and there are some trailers. And I had my trailer of the week picked, and I was like, "Oh, this is awesome! I'm so excited! This is my trailer of the week." And then I finished watching the trailers, and by the time I was done, I had a new, and surprise to myself, with a new trailer of the week.
Really? Mm-hmm. Interesting.
What about you? Was your trailer of the week obvious?
No. Well, you might think so. We'll see.
Okay, all right. Start us off.
Let's start off with Moana.
Live action.
Live action Moana. What do you think of this trailer?
Whatever. Look good.
Yeah, I have never seen Moana. Have you?
I don't like when you ask me direct questions.
Yeah, because then you have to have an opinion on them, right? Yeah. Who would have thought?
I don't like when you stop me in my tracks with a direct yes or no question.
How dare you?
I prefer it when you say like, everyone loves Moana, right? And then I would be like, oh yeah, Moana's the best, man. Everyone loves Moana. And then the listeners could just sort of take from that I have, of course, obviously seen Moana.
Right.
Right. Come on. What kind of schmuck hasn't seen Moana?
Clearly.
Right.
Like me.
Have we done enough talking to forget the direct question?
Yeah.
Okay.
What question was?
All right. So let's talk about the live action Moana. How do you wait?
Wait, have you seen Moana?
Wait, I want to ask you. Have you seen Moana?
I said I didn't see.
You didn't. Okay.
I haven't
All
seen
right.
it.
And it's okay
And
because
it's okay. It's just Moana.
it's not. It's one of the all-time. I mean, it's
love
a
it.
great franchise.
I'm not. I have no distaste or whatever. It's just I've
So
never.
then, why didn't you watch it? Why do you refuse to watch Moana?
Oh, I don't refuse to watch Moana.
Why do you hate animation?
Yeah. Okay. You got to the root of it. I hate animation.
Right.
Some
And
would call it a
Pacific
passion.
Islanders.
Yeah, and Pacific Islanders, and The Rock,
Right. And Dwayne Johnson.
and female leads.
Right. And the world.
No,
All right, so listen, we're both big Moana fans. Neither of us have ever seen it.
No.
But what's your thought on this live action trailer?
I think of all the live action movies for Disney,
Yeah.
to me, this one looks like it fits the live action genre the best.
Okay.
Whilst also simultaneously looking not visually appealing.
Yeah. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Frodo hated this trailer.
Yes, no doubt. No
Okay.
doubt. But do you agree that some of the visuals don't look that great?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
the pig.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when she's holding the pig,
Yeah.
or sometimes when they were on the boat, like it was like they looked like they were on the volume.
And what's the volume?
It's this big thing that Disney has. It's the circular screen that so they don't have to build sets and they can just move the camera and the digital screen moves behind the actors. But to me, it makes them look like they're not there.
Okay.
And you really know, like, you know, the table in front of them is real, but the rest of the room behind them is not.
Yeah.
And it looks very obvious.
Well, and when I was making a similar observation, I was thinking to myself, the problem with live action princess movies or whatever you call this
Yeah.
is there's elements like the magical wave or the talking candlestick or whatever
Yeah.
that you just have to be done CGI, right? So you would think that it would motivate the filmmakers to do everything else as much as possible real.
Yeah.
But it does not look like that.
It doesn't.
Is the case. But this looks good. It's going to be a huge hit. It could be a massive
It'll
movie.
be a hit,
Comes
yeah.
out this summer in IMAX. So that'll be fun.
Nice.
We're excited for that. Next up, we have. When I watched this, it was my trailer of the week called Rosebush Pruning. I'm going to read the cast list because there's some winners on
Yeah.
there. Callum Turner, Elle Fanning, Pamela Anderson, Jamie Bell, our boy Riley Keough, Lucas Gage, Tracy Letts, and Alana Anaya. Do you think that's her real name, Alana Anaya?
Probably. It's odd enough that I think that
It's a heck of a name. It has a nice beat to it, Alana Anana.
Anaya.
Remember last week we were talking about. Remember last week we were talking about Blinky Bunders.
Yeah, Blinky Bunders.
That was great.
Emka Jenkins.
All right, rose bush pruning is about a highly dysfunctional family. Is essentially the black sheep is a black sheep because he's the only one in the family who wants to do anything, but he's also apparently perhaps murderous.
Yeah.
Or something along those lines. So I don't know. I thought this looked really creative. It looked really dark. It's an example of what you would call black comedy, I think. And I thought it looked like a lot of fun. I thought it looked original, fresh, creative. Like I'm in.
But isn't this also the one? Yeah, this is. Not only is it the black sheep, but it's more about the guy bringing his new girlfriend in.
Yeah.
And she doesn't fit the rich family vibe.
Right.
And
a la Ready or Not.
Yeah. And what I really thought was I was like, you know, Pinky, like he was like major revving that Pinky out.
How long did you practice that?
I don't know. I was thinking about it while you were talking about whatever you were saying.
I was doing something else while you were talking.
Yeah.
All right. So you revved out the Pinky out. It reminds me of Saltburn.
Yes. This is a very much a film festival, big production. Ba-ching!
Big time.
Yeah.
Speaking of artsy and film festivals,
we have the first full trailer. We did the teaser of this before of a movie called Deep Water starring Ben Kingsley
and
other people.
Aaron Eckhart. I don't think it stars Ben Kingsley for very long. I think he gets eaten by the shark in the first act.
Yeah. There was another movie that I almost put on here that you should, like, it's a Prime movie. I took it off because then I discovered it's a Prime movie.
Made for TV?
Yeah. But it's Ben Kingsley's playing Moses. And I was like, if you showed that here, all of the theaters would be sold out. Because, you know.
You might be right.
Yeah.
But I would rather play Sight and Sound's version of Moses.
Yes.
By the way, have we discussed this? Sight and Sound, they have a movie coming out called The Great Awakening. It opens it opens the day after Super Mario. So it opens on Thursday afternoon, 4 o'clock, April 2nd.
Yeah.
Pre-sales are through the roof.
Oh, it's going to go gangbusters.
I mean, Sight and Sound has, just all they do is make good movies.
Yeah.
Just one after another.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Good stuff.
So the movie's called Deep Water. It's about a plane that crashes in the ocean and half of the plane survives. So the tagline is surviving the crash is just the beginning.
Yeah.
Right. And then
sharks.
And then they're trapped in the water and there's sharks. And I don't know, is it like Sharknado? Is it like Sharks on a Plane?
No, because those are, I think, more campy. This is the same guy who did Deep Blue Sea.
I actually really liked Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah. So that's why I haven't fully written it off.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's going to be good, but I think it might be campy fun.
My concern with this movie is I couldn't figure out what studio it's from, and it didn't have a date. It had coming soon at the end.
Yeah. I could see this not doing well, but one of those movies that people were like, have you seen this?
Yeah.
Because it was actually way better than I thought it was going to be. Like, not that you should see it.
Right, but it was good.
But it was good.
Right, right.
All right, next up we have my trailer of the week.
This was my trailer of the week after I moved on from Rosebush pruning. This does not stay as my trailer of the week.
Oh, really?
But I watched this and I thought, oh, no, that's my trailer of the week.
Interesting. It's The End of Oak Street, starring Anne Hathaway and Ewan McGregor. And the premise here is that their whole street neighborhood gets teleported somewhere else, maybe back in time. And just their street, the whole town, just all of a sudden, they're somewhere else, and there's dinosaurs, and there's other things, and a big giant cliff, and...
I feel like you buried the headline.
What?
So let me tell how it goes.
Oh.
Like, that was your version. Here's my version.
Oh, okay.
All right. So there's this great movie that stars Anne Hathaway and that guy from the new Star Wars.
Yeah.
And something happened.
The old Star Wars.
The old Star Wars now.
The new old Star Wars.
The new old Star Wars. Yeah. Something happening. Like and you're not. It's not clear what. Is it like a body snatchers thing? Is it like is this a zombie movie? Are people disappearing? Is this like a Dungeon Carl type of situation? And the trailer looks compelling, and Anne Hathaway says there's something wrong with our family, our house, our street, our whole neighborhood. And you're as a watching the trailer thinking, oh my God, this looks amazing, but I still have no idea what it's about. And then right at the very end, you see through their kitchen window this little glimpse of something that looks like you're thinking to yourself, was that a dinosaur? Did I just see a dinosaur?
Yeah.
And then in the next shot, and then there's like something else, and then they go to the next shot, and you see the full on like a freaking dinosaur walking by, and as it goes along, its tail is like this. So I have a different trailer of the week, but this movie is easily the best movie of the day. Like, this is the movie that I want to see.
Yeah.
I cannot wait. It comes out, I think, June 12th. No, August 14th. It's going to be in IMAX. I'm definitely going to see it in IMAX. This movie looks amazing. I'm all in.
So the talk of the town is that this is a Cloverfield movie.
Oh.
So,
what town?
everywhere that's not where you apparently were.
The interwebs.
The interwebs. Yeah, the big thing is it's Bad Robot. It's J.J. Abrams.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Abrams, yeah. So, and I guess the people's last names match up with last names of characters from Cloverfield movies.
So do we see this as a good talk or a bad? It's got to be good, right?
Not all of the Cloverfield movies have been good, but I think net overall positive.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So next up, we have a movie that I think is going to be absolutely fantastic, and that's Forgotten Island.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I watched this trailer. So this is a DreamWorks production about two girls that grow up best friends and they're like about to go off, I'm assuming college age. They're about to split, and it's the first time they're about to split, and they get sucked into this realm. And then while they're in that realm that they're trying to get out of, they lose their memories. So they're trying to get out together while also fighting forgetting each other, which is obviously a huge analogy for life and growing up. But I watched this and I thought, one, to me, it looks fantastic. It looks good. It looks fun. It looks funny. But then I kept thinking of Top 10 Sarah when she talked to me and wrote us about how the friendship between females is never portrayed in a way that she said was like positive and right and everything in movies, and how that's why she said she loves and she thinks so many women love Wicked because of the friendship between Elphaba and Glinda, and like how it is that they grow like apart but still care for each other and all that stuff. And I just looked at this and I thought, man, this looks like a great representation of that. And I would love to hear from Top 10 Sarah about what she thought about this.
You would love to hear from Top 10 Sarah about the movie called Forgotten Island, which is a DreamWorks animation. I agree with you.
Specifically about the friendship thing.
Right. I agree with you that it looks awesome. It comes out September 25th, which is kind of a question mark.
Why?
Who releases movies in September? Who releases a big DreamWorks animation movie in September?
DreamWorks.
Okay. I have one other.
You're right. September's a dead month, and I always forget that.
I got a little problem.
What's your problem with Penn?
With Penn. I'm going to tell you. Here's my problem.
Yeah.
It's time for our newest segment.
Yeah.
What's your problem with Penn?
Yeah.
Right. Not what's your problem with Penn.
Well,
what's your problem with Penn?
It depends on how you read it. I like to read it. What's your problem with Penn?
Right, and most of our listeners.
I've got a list.
Right. Most of our listeners write in how much time you got.
Yeah.
Right. But we're not doing that segment.
Right.
We're going to do this other segment called "What's Your Problem?" or no, called "What's My Problem with Penn?" With Penn. But not with Penn. It's with Penn.
Is it?
But the funny thing is, I can't remember which way you have to pronounce it to get which desired effect.
Yeah. And that's the magic of the bit.
That's the magic of the bit. Okay. So I'm going to tell you my problem.
With Penn.
Here's my problem.
With Penn.
I got a problem and I'm going to share it with you. This is my problem. My problem with this trailer is that at the exact moment that they introduce the iconic "Don't You Forget About Me" from Simple Minds, that I don't care how old you are, everybody knows that riff. Everybody knows that song. Now, some of us...
Which song?
Some of us were alive in 1985, and so when you hear that song, it connotates everything. I mean, I'm thinking of Nick, I'm thinking of my BMX bike, I'm thinking of early high school. I'm
doesn't
thinking
think of Nick?
freshman year. I'm thinking swimming pools. I'm thinking jumping my BMX bike into the swimming pools. Like, this song is 1985. Now, you could argue Bruce Springsteen. You could argue Thriller. You know, you could argue a lot of things about 1985. It was one of the best years of all time. Right. So this trailer cues up this incredibly iconic soundtrack. And then at the same time, they need to inform their audience what year it is in the movie.
Right.
So given that they queued up this incredibly iconic 1985 soundtrack, obviously it must be 1985, but somebody had a typo because the movie claims to be taking place or beginning in 1990.
Right. And that makes sense because I don't know if you know this about modern audiences. They're not almost dead.
Unlike me. So what you're saying is lighten up, Francis.
Yeah. Well, I think in lieu of the fact that aging has happened to both of us.
Right. Mostly on this end.
But I think that even the audience that this is aimed towards when they see 1990 will still feel antique to them.
Right.
You know,
Right.
You know what I mean? To us, we're like, it seems so young. It's too young.
Right.
But to them, they're going to be like, wow, they were really old in that movie.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I think you're right. I think the audiences don't care tonight. And the other thing is they're not just playing the song. They're playing a version like somebody else's take of the song.
Right.
You know, so it's slowed down. It's in a different key. It's performed differently. And it's still very effective for the film. But I just wanted to bitch about it a little bit.
Know.
I wanted to complain.
Old man at the sky.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you're not gonna make a movie that takes place in 1975 and use Jimi Hendrix's version of All Along the Watchtower. You know what I mean? You're not gonna. But that's the analogy. That's the same thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
They used that as a big plot point in the TV show Battlestar Galactica.
Okay.
Which was fantastic.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sure it was. All right. Next up, we have Heads or Tails.
This is a movie that makes me question why.
Why, David?
Because, well, I don't know if the movie will be watchable.
So you're not even going good. You're going watchable.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's not watchable.
Okay.
What I am saying is whoever made this movie trailer didn't know what movie they were advertising. Because they saw, John C. Reilly, so it must be a comedy, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to put music that you usually hear and pacing that you usually see on a movie that's waiting for the comedic drop to happen.
Right.
And then we're going to have all these cuts of a serious Western in the background with no comedic drop.
Right.
And then also John C. Reilly, who can act and can act well in dramatic roles. See Righteous Gemstones or Righteous. He can act in television. And have him also delivering the lines in comedic style, even though he's saying non-comedic things.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense. It's like, I've seen you try and put a puzzle together and you're like, well, this piece should go here,
right.
And it doesn't fit, but then you just keep pressing
right.
it until it
right.
goes in, and then you say, David, I'm done.
Right.
And I'm like, what and where's Waldo is this?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, my dad always told me growing up, just force it. Try to force it.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I remember that advice correctly.
Yeah. Because it's not like it was made specifically to go together a certain way.
Right. So if you have a piece that you think should go in another piece and it doesn't click right away, just try forcing it.
It'll go eventually.
Right. And if that doesn't work, just try throwing the whole thing, right. against the wall.
Because if you can't have it, no one else should.
Exactly. I'm glad you understand. All right. So this movie looks pretty much unwatchable. I would argue that John C. Reilly was good in Step Brothers, period.
Wow.
He was okay in the
I thought that show was really good.
in the car movie. What was the car movie? The Wonder Bread.
Yeah, but he has that show about
Fast and Furious.
Yeah, Fast and Furious.
With Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell.
If you're happy.
With Pharrell Williams.
No. Will Ferrell. He sang that song about being happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it was great. Pharrell Williams was the star of
Wow.
great SNL alumni. Anyway.
Never heard of SNL.
Next up, we have Lena Headey or Heidi, who we remember as Cersei Lannister from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And she stars in a movie called Ballistic, which doesn't look great, but she looks like, I feel like she delivers a great performance, but maybe doesn't have the storyline or the writing to go along with it. Pretty predictable sort of plot point.
Yeah, it's a story about a mom whose son was killed in a war. And she's like, wait a second. The bullet that killed him was an American bullet. So then was he killed by friendly fire?
And what does she do for a living?
I don't know. Moms?
She makes bullets.
Oh, she makes bullets?
That's the whole point of the movie. Like, they show her on the assembly line, like, making bullets and then, like, looking at it and being like, oh, my God, I made what killed my son.
Oh, I didn't catch that. I also spaced out on this one.
Yeah. It
doesn't look
looks weak. Next up, David.
Yeah.
This is my trailer of the week.
Nice.
This movie,
Nice.
so Kayla texted the fam a picture of the movie trailer from this, and I was like, Kayla, what is this? And she's like, I thought you'd get a kick out, whatever.
You're like, is this the same train from Indiana Jones?
Right. No. It's from Mission Impossible. Yeah. Don't get those. You get those confused
Easy.
a lot, right? It's an easy mistake to make. They both wear the cowboy hats,
they both had train tracks.
right? They both had horses that ran them up to the train.
Yeah.
Motorcycle that jumped on top of it or something
And
like
Nazis.
that. And both of them had bridges that collapsed.
Yeah.
It's a very common mistake, David.
Yeah. So many people have made it.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway,
Mission Impossible and Indiana Jones are two franchises that it's really easy to get them mixed up.
that's so many people. Our audience constantly, they were telling us that before.
Right.
They said, I watched Mission Impossible. Or was it Indiana Jones?
Right, exactly. I get. One of them was big in the 80s. One of them didn't start till the 90s.
Yes.
But I can never keep them, all straight. Okay. Anyway, the movie is called "Stop That Train." Each word. So the bride.
Yeah. Stop that train.
Exactly. The bride had an exclamation point, and the team that put this gem together called "Stop That Train" decided, like, if one exclamation point is good, we're going 3.
Yeah.
So they got 3 exclamation points and "Stop That Train." We're talking about RuPaul. We're talking about Lisa friggin' Rinna. And we're talking about Sarah Michelle Gellar. And we're talking about what I think, this is the movie that all the other slapstick comedy Naked Gun remakes wanted to be. Like, this one looks like fresh enough and good enough to be the first ridiculous comedy that we've had in a long time.
Come on, Naked Gun was great.
No, Naked Gun was not great. Naked Gun wanted to be Naked Gun, but instead it was Naked Gun.
It's the same type of humor.
This is the same type of humor, except it's actually executed, and it's actually timely.
Timely.
RuPaul plays the president, which in and of itself,
Great.
check number 1.
Yeah.
Then he says, give it to me straight. And the guy goes, the plane's going to crash. And then she goes, okay, give it to me gay. And he goes, like, just so good. Like, it's just so good.
Yeah.
It's absolutely, and it's that kind of slapstick, hilarious comedy. The end of Oak Street is clearly the better movie,
Right.
and the one that I'm truly more excited to watch. But this movie, Stop That Train, is the kind of movie that I've been wanting for years. Like, it looks hilarious. It looks ridiculous. I'm sure they shot it in like a month on one soundstage. You know what I mean? But I don't even care because it looks like it's actually funny.
The scene where they're like, she's like, she says something, they say in plain English, and she says it again, and they have her do it in all these languages. And then finally, like, give it to me in Mandarin, and she says it, and that's when everyone in the room's like,
Yeah, right.
like, that had me pretty good too.
And that at the end of the trailer, when it says starring Sarah Michelle Gellar, and then they show this guy who recognizes her, she's sitting in the seat by the window, and he goes, "Are you?" And she goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "Sitting in my seat? I got the seat by the window." Like, just this is what we've been wanting. You know, this is a simple, ridiculous, funny comedy movie, and it opens up this summer, which tells you that they believe in it. June 12th, I think, just in time for my 30th wedding anniversary. So you know what we're going to be doing, celebrating 30 years by watching Stop That Train.
Wow.
I could think of nothing better. So this is my trailer of the week. Can I convince you to come over and make it your trailer of the week? It's never been done.
No.
Oh. David, we were all on the
It was-
edge of
it
our
was
seats.
close.
We thought it was
It
going to
was
be an
close.
unprecedented switch.
Yeah.
All right. Last and least, we have The Furious, which comes out from our friends at Lionsgate and is deemed at the end of the trailer. They deem it. Remember a few weeks ago we talked about how much we love when people get expressions slightly wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah. So at the end of this trailer, you know how they, put little blurbs up on the trailer. At the end of the trailer, they report that this is an instant masterpiece. No. It can be a masterpiece or it can be an instant classic. It can't be an instant masterpiece.
Why not?
Because that implies that the process of becoming something either is a masterpiece or it's not a masterpiece. It doesn't take time to develop up into a masterpiece. It takes time to develop into a classic. It does not take time to develop into a masterpiece. You've either made a masterpiece or you haven't.
I would just love if this was on Masterpiece Theater.
Right.
Just like posh British
Right.
historical thing, and then just
Right.
The Furious.
Right. And the soundtrack would be When I Paint My Masterpiece by Bob Dylan.
Right.
Performed obviously by the Garcia Band.
Clearly.
Right. Which everyone knows Bobby sang the song, but Garcia did the tune as well. So
Right. And the ice cream.
right. And the ice cream, of course.
Yeah. This is one of those things where I was watching the trailer and I was like, another action movie, but at the same time I was like, oh, I'm totally seeing this. Like
Yeah, I don't know.
this, well, it's over the top, kung fu-ish.
You know when they lost me?
When?
They lost me when he was in the MMA ring battling the bad guys, and there's like 2 or 3 bad guys, and he defeats them, and now he's
he's just,
standing
like,
on top of them
piling on
and
top
defeats
of
3 more bad guys, and then he defeats them, and now he's like, still fighting guys on a human dog pile of people. But the reason why it bothered me is because it's not a pile of sort of defeating lifeless bodies. The guy at the bottom of the pile is standing up like on all fours, like propping up the whole thing. Like if the guy just like collapsed himself, the whole tower would give and they would beat the bad guy.
That seems crazy. What I liked about this is that it's 2 leads instead of just one guy against
Yeah.
the world. So I think this looks like it's going to be entertaining.
Yeah, I'm being overly harsh on it. It looks okay. It looks like
What are you, me?
Yeah, right.
Seriously.
Hanging out with you too long.
Yeah, come on.
It was only a matter of
First
time.
you copied my stock. I said,
Right.
wear something different. And you were like,
Right.
oh, I'll just dress like David
Yeah,
this week.
big time.
Yeah. All right. So this week, my trailer of the week is The End of Oak Street. And Penn's trailer of the week is Stop That Train. There you go.
Oh, that's so refreshing. I love that.
This is a clean sweep.
When we get to the part where we do listener feedback, I know he didn't write in this week, so we're not going to talk about him. But I think Huntington Valley guy, I think we need to do the bell, the boxing
Ding,
bell,
ding,
like
ding.
ding ding, like
Yeah.
I think
Switch
that's
to that?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that'd be great. He's a big time boxer.
Yeah. And surprisingly, I heard he plays our show while he's practicing.
Right, obviously training. You mean not practicing?
Oh,
Training,
training.
David.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I picture him like a heavyweight, like big burly. He's not one of these little,
Yeah. You think that his issue is he's always got to get his weight down.
Right.
He's got too much muscle.
Right.
Yeah.
Big time. With a lot like us.
Right. Tell me about it.
All right, so this week we reviewed Ready or Not, Here I Come 2,
Wrong.
Ready or Not 2, or Ready or Not, Here I Come.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Because the movie
Yep.
says ready or the don't talk during the movie thing announces it as Ready or Not,
Two.
Here I Come. But the posters have it as Ready or Not 2, Here I Come.
But the messaging is incredibly inconsistent because the title card, when the movie actually starts, says Ready or Not, Here I Come. And then in like behind the title, they
Is it 2?
is a 2.
What up?
Pick one.
Pick one.
I mean, I'm not trying
make
to
2 of it.
I'm not trying to come out of the gate negative because I liked this movie.
Yeah.
But that was a little problem for me.
Yeah.
It's my little problem with Penn.
There's a little problem with that.
David, what did you think?
I thought this was good. I had a really good time with this movie. I would say it's on par with the first one. I don't think it's better. I think the first one, it does a little bit better because it has more mystery. Because in the first one, you don't know if what they're doing is real.
Yeah, you don't know how crazy it's going to get.
Yeah. And then and then you find out that, wait, there is the supernatural side of everything at the very end of the movie.
Yeah.
And this movie just pretty much straight up deals with the supernatural side. I thought that both the leads were fantastic. It's a little less comedy than the first one, but it's okay. When we were done watching it, I said, I really like this. I think that if you watched them both back to back or like one day after another, I think that would be like a really good viewing experience because it literally takes up at the end of the first one, and they flow. I think that while they stand alone, they also flow together really well. Like it makes sense. Like at no point you're like, oh, okay, I guess she's on another adventure. It's like, well, because when the first one ended, it's like, well, what now? Like, wouldn't she get in trouble? Wouldn't she get blamed for all that?
This is exactly
what you would think would happen. Yeah. So I had a really good time with this. I think I had more of a good time when they finally brought the comedy in with the girl shooting the bazooka backwards.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, okay, this is the like battle that I was waiting for. And they're fighting with the pepper spray in each other's eyes. Yeah. Anyway,
I should ask Disney if we can do a double header, like when this film starts winding down, see if I can book the original one and do some like. Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be fun.
There's no chance they approve it, but yeah.
How's it performing?
Good. Here's the thing: it didn't open great.
Yeah.
And it's not doing great, but it's doing really well, and it's not dropping week to week. You know what I mean?
Well, it's only the first week, right?
No, it came out. I think.
It came out last week.
Yeah.
Okay.
And maybe the week before that. I think it came out with Project Hail Mary.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah. So I think we're into at least our second week, maybe our third week.
I was wondering. I was like, wow, this seems kind of like there were people there.
Yeah.
But it was lighter than what I expected. But it makes sense if it was week 2.
Yeah. So this was the best movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's the best movie I've ever seen. I think that if you've seen the first one and you liked it, you're going to like this one. I don't think there's a question.
Absolutely. Yeah. And the opposite is true, too. If you didn't like the first one, you're not going to like this one.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I also feel like if you say were going with a partner who hadn't seen the first one that was just going to the movie with you, and this was a style of movie they liked, they wouldn't be incredibly lost.
No. Right.
Going into it.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
So, ready or not, here I come to Electric Boogaloo.
Right.
It is the best movie we've ever seen. Next week, we're going to be doing the Super Mario Brothers Galaxy movie.
Starring Glenn Powell.
Colin Powell. To hype it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's show off the thing that nobody's going to be able to get. You want to put it out?
Well, first I'll do it like this.
Like this. I mean, you're doing the cameras this week, so you can focus on whatever you want to focus.
Yeah, we're all about Yoshi.
Yeah.
And you know what we got is your popcorn tub.
And it goes, like, I'm seeing way into it. It goes all the way into his tail.
Yeah. But you know what's funny about that, David? So you're like, okay, cool. It fits a lot of popcorn.
Yeah.
The people who are buying this are not putting popcorn in it.
No. Can you imagine having to clean that?
Right. That's why what they will do is they will buy this and run it out to their car and then come back in and buy regular popcorn to go watch a movie with.
Right.
And they'll keep this as a collector. So this is like $1 million.
Now, I think you did this before, when people bought the special cups.
Yeah.
Do you offer to give them just a bucket?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't like to promote that, but that's what'll happen.
Yeah.
We'll give you a little something.
Now,
because you're gonna have to take out a mortgage to buy that thing.
They're expensive.
Yes.
But they'll also be sold immediately in the morning.
Yes.
How many did you get? By the time this goes out, it'll be too late.
David, I thought we established.
It's already.
I thought we established enough with the direct questions.
As cool as it is to our audience, it's already too late.
Right. No, it's not too late because this episode will drop before they go on sale. But it's fine. It's fine. I think I know that our initial order was 36.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah. And
that's good.
I think
that's good.
I think we ordered another case.
Okay, cool.
Which I think there's like 6 in a case. Those numbers might be a little bit off, but
it's still going to be gone.
We've talked on this show.
If you come opening night, you probably won't get one.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We've talked on this show before, but it's a little bit of insider baseball, but I think people are interested in hearing about it.
Yeah.
The challenge that we have with these specialty buckets is that you have to order them crazy in advance. I don't mean like a few weeks in, I mean like months in advance. And it is really, really hard to correctly predict who's going to be interested in which tubs. So for example, one obvious movie that Drew and I both bought into completely was the SpongeBob movie. The movie's going to be a big hit, and the crowd who comes out for SpongeBob is going to love buying these SpongeBob, popcorn tubs, which was like a small raft sailboat, that somebody stranded on a desert island would have, and SpongeBob's on the boat or something like. We had all the. We had a treasure chest, a SpongeBob treasure chest, which, by the way, the movie's been gone for months, and we still are selling the treasure chests downstairs at the concessions. We bought a ton of that stuff, and nobody. First of all, the movie wasn't that big of a hit, and second of all, the people who came for it weren't interested in buckets. So it's really a challenging thing because we get stuck with the extra inventory, and we've sort of given up. Like Drew and I feel like it's almost impossible to correctly predict. So these things will be gone like the first day, but if I had bought 200 of them, then the universe would have done a little switcheroo and we would have sold 6 of them.
Right.
So I just apologize. People get really mad at us when they come in on Saturday and they can't buy a Yoshi bucket.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, you should have bought more. Like, okay, I hear you. But, and also they're really expensive to us. I mean, we're not putting much, we are marking them up for sale because that's what we do. We're in business.
It's business, yeah.
But we're not marking them up a lot. We're marking them up a little bit so we can make a couple bucks, but, we're not marking them up 50% or, 80% or anything crazy like that.
Yeah.
So they are very expensive for us to buy. So when we get stuck with a lot of leftover product, it hurts. It's a loss. So anyway, all of that is just a little background, a little insider baseball, but Yoshi looks awesome and we're really psyched for it.
Are you getting any plushes or anything?
Yeah. We got lots of other stuff. This is sort of the headliner, but we have lots of other stuff that'll be.
I love seeing the plushes.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I bought the Captain America shield.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and that's the thing. Like this guy will be gone, but we have all kinds of other goodies that people can buy.
Nice.
They probably will not sell out right away.
Right.
So anyway, yeah. So next week we will review the Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Right. Just in time for Easter.
Perfect.
Cool. All right. You ready to go on to listener feedback, question, comments, so forth, so on, and so much more?
Yes, I can't wait.
Okay.
I jumped out of bed this morning.
Can I just say that we made it? And do you know how we made it? And I'm talking about on YouTube.
Yeah.
Is we got our first hater. I'm not going to read what they said. It's not here. But we had a guy go on a little bit of a spree.
Oh.
Calling us derogatory things and ripping apart our comments without listening to what we were saying, jumping to conclusions. And I was like, that's it. We got our hater. We got a hater.
We love it.
One of probably many to come.
And why didn't you put them in the show notes?
Because some of the stuff that he said was not things that you'd want to repeat.
Okay.
So I think one of them even got I don't know if somebody removed it on our team, but one of them might have been struck by
decency standards.
Yeah, the YouTube might have taken it off. If we didn't.
It's not our first. It's our first YouTube hater.
It's our first YouTube hater.
It's not our first hater.
No.
Remember we got accused of being too liberal?
Yeah, right off the bat.
Because we're so political. The show is so political.
Yeah.
Right.
Keep it off the show. Come
right.
on.
Right.
All right. So we had a guy on TikTok.
The talk of the
by the name AJCM.
Okay.
All right. And now this was on a short that you were you were saying how movies provide a service and that people who cook at home still choose to go out, like that thing.
The whole thing about everybody has a kitchen, but sometimes you want to eat out.
Right. And I think one of the things was you spoke very generally. You said theaters, as all theaters. And his comment said, movies are certainly better in theaters, but is every movie theater worthy of going to? And I thought that was an interesting take because it's hard to argue, yes, but I think every theater is worthy of a try. Is this verbatim what he wrote? You cut and pasted?
I cut. Because I read a different question.
There was another one that was similar.
No. I read this exact quote differently.
Okay.
But I think he means what you're saying.
Yeah.
Which is, is every cinema worthy
Of your money.
of your money?
Yeah.
I read it differently. I read it, movies are certainly better in theaters, but is every movie theater worthy?
Oh. I think it might be more what you're saying. Yeah.
Let's talk briefly about the first version.
Okay.
The first version is no, every movie theater is not worthy, and that bugs the hell out of me because when somebody goes to any old movie theater and their feet get stuck on the floor and the staff doesn't look up from their phones to pay them any attention, it's a disservice to the entire business. I mean, we talk about it all the time about how the bad movie theaters that are poorly run are bad for all of us. You know, because then the next time they're in Lidditz and they want to go see a movie, you know, if let's say they're here on vacation, or let's say they go away for vacation, they live in Lancaster County or Huntington Valley or Wilmington or anywhere, and so you live in Wilmington and you're used to, you know, you have Penn Cinema right down the street, and you go on vacation to the Outer Banks, for example. I don't know, it doesn't matter where you go, and it's raining, so you go to see a movie and then you have this terrible experience. Later, when you're home and you hear about the new, you know, Glenn Powell movie, you might not go see it because you're thinking to yourself, "Oh, the movie theaters are so crummy," you know. So it's really something that hurts the entire exhibition industry, which is a bummer for us. So that's why we always try to help our friends in exhibition. You know, like everyone tries to sort of help each other. Like, hey, I'm doing this cool new thing, and I'm doing this other cool new thing, and you should try it, so that we can, you know, sort of like a rising tide lifts all ships type of deal.
I think that feeds into a lot of the other comments that were also on this short about, like, you know, it's so expensive and, you know, how is it feasible with a family? And, and everyone's in a different position and so forth. But I think in exhibitions helping each other hold themselves to a standard and get better only makes it more worth the price.
Right. Absolutely.
So every movie theater is not worth it, but is every movie theater worthy?
And I would, of course, say no.
Right.
I mean, absolutely. Like, if you've talked to me in the lobby, like, you will hear me say, this is, I am always honest with people. Like, for the best example is Sinners. That was a movie that you needed to see in the theater. Project Hail Mary is a movie that you need to see in the theater. There are other movies that are really good, and I'm struggling, I'm sort of drawing a blank right now, but there are other movies that are really good that you would probably enjoy at home just as much as you would in a movie theater.
Yeah.
Like, and that doesn't mean that people don't come see them in theaters.
No.
You know, somebody's coming out and they want a nice relaxing movie, and it's maybe it's a romantic comedy or something, and that's definitely, you know, probably a better experience in a full auditorium when everybody laughs at the same time and stuff like that. But there's definitely some versions of those movies where, like, you're going to enjoy it this much in the theater and you're going to enjoy it this much at home. Like, if you saw Sinners in a movie theater and you enjoyed it this much, you're enjoying it this much at home. You know, it's a big drop. But there's some movies that don't have a killer soundtrack, don't have big theatrical, expansive, you know, cinematography and, you know, stuff like that. But another good example, like Super Mario, this is going to be a movie where everybody in theaters can be laughing.
Yeah.
You know, and you just can't get that at home. So some of the movies are better at home because they're theatrical and they have all the elements of an incredibly moving experience. And then some of the movies are also awesome on their own right, but the real value of the movie theater is the shared experience. And that's like Super Mario is a great example of that. So I would say no, not every single, I'm not going to sit here and say that every single movie is theater worthy.
Huh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Who do we have next?
What's the matter? You don't recognize that name?
I don't.
Okay.
And it's like you were like, you thought the first one was a joke.
I did.
And you tried to make
Yes.
more. And I just used the guy's handle.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So next up we have Landis Plain already.
Whoa,
Sorry.
Whoa.
Sorry.
I didn't realize that we were, if I would have known,
Right.
I would have been ready. But
Sorry,
unfortunately.
I would thought us both.
Sounds like you're gonna have to land that plane. I'm putting you in very good hands. This man is the best. He'll get you down. Just do exactly as he says.
That's right. It's Nick Landis playing already.
And what's that clip from again?
It's an SNL clip.
Oh, my
of
God.
Kate McKinnon.
Kate McKinnon. It's funnier when you remember that it's her.
Yeah.
Okay, Nick Landis playing already agreed. So last week or the week before, whatever, he wrote in with his review of Project Hail Mary and something else. And a keen observer slipped to me a note and said if he saw Project Hail Mary before he saw Interstellar, then he must have seen it somewhere else because we didn't have it early.
Right.
And he wrote in and said, yes, to clear things up, I did go see Project Hail Mary in 70 millimeter IMAX a week early.
Wow.
Boy, people love that 70 millimeter, John.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, are you from Philly?
You know, Marley.
Are you now I'm seeing where it comes from. Marley lives in Philly, and then she brought the lingo back, and you were like, oh, that's cool. And now you've worked it into your, and you thought you could just slip the John in, like I wouldn't notice, and be like, hold on, you're from New York and not a local guy, like, you know, me who lived in Philly as a kid. But you're like, and I noticed full tilt.
I can't tell you how hard it is for me to try to not use that word on the show. And 100% everything you said is true.
Yeah.
There's also an element of Marley's boyfriend, Will.
Oh, and he's a Philadelphian?
He is. Well, he's from Tampa, but he lives in Philly now, and he gives me endless shit for St. John. So... So whenever I see him, I use it all the time. We're out to dinner and I'm like, boy, this John is really salty, whatever. So yeah. So that's right. That's what I said. I said it.
You said it and you meant it.
I meant it.
Okay.
I meant it and I said it.
Okay. Moving on, whatever we were talking about before.
Right. People love that John.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
The 70 millimeter IMAX.
Yeah.
Right. Nick Landis playing already goes on to say, I drove up to New York City, my pinky fully extended the entire time and had a blast. The I'm having a moment scene in full 70 millimeter IMAX was spectacular. Wow. I wonder if I should go see a 70 millimeter IMAX movie.
Could you handle it?
I wonder if I have any friends at IMAX that could hook me up. Probably not. They all hate me because I complain constantly.
Yeah. Maybe this will shut this guy up.
Oh my God, you have no idea. IMAX and our friends at Indy, all they do is complain constantly. And we got the contract to re-up our IMAX contract, and it took forever to get this thing coordinated. And then when it finally came across my desk at the end of the email, it said, please complete this as soon as possible.
Come on, man.
So you're allowed to just take forever. But then when it's on my desk, now we need it quick. So you can bet your dollar, your bottom dollar, it's sitting on my desk collecting dust. You're just going to sit a minute.
Yeah, come on. Hold up.
Landis Plane already goes on to say, he's talking about how much he enjoyed Project Hail Mary in 70 millimeter in New York City. And he goes on to say, not only that, but when I found out that they started showing the Dune Part 3 trailer also on 70 millimeter, I went back up last weekend so I could see that on film as well. My guy is committed.
Yeah. Some might even say he has a problem. Nick, this is an intervention. We've hosted the show specifically for you so that you would know, seek help.
He only needs to, there's only one scenario where he needs to seek help.
Yeah.
I can boil this right on down. As long as his wife knows that he's going to New York City to watch the Dune trailer. If he's telling her, like, honey, I'm going to go to the library and catch up on my reading, and then he's secretly running,
Yeah.
All right. And that's all the. So last week we introduced a new international email address that our friends in Singapore and Ireland and Canada
I have news.
Can all reach internationally now. It's called podcast@penncinema.com.
Yeah.
And we put out a plea, which was featured on a short, I believe, and yet, nay.
No. Well, Singapore.
Talk to me.
We had somebody like a video.
From Singapore.
Asia.
Okay.
And then.
The heat of the moment?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we had an interaction with someone coming from England
Oh,
and verified.
verified.
Yeah. So
This isn't one of those Chris Hall Productions.
No,
Can we talk about him openly? Like, he doesn't listen to the show, does he?
no, he does.
Oh, he does.
We can talk about
okay.
him openly.
Okay. No, I know, but
Yeah.
it's more fun to make fun of him if he's not listening.
Well,
Because he stopped writing into the show, so I don't give two beans what he thinks.
what he thinks, right?
Right.
Yeah. Well, Chris, for those who don't know, Chris Hall Production pretended to be some dude from Ireland and led us on a big rabbit trail. And
Wild
this and
goose
that,
chase.
Wild goose chase. Oh, I'm a real guy. I'm from
Catfish.
England. Here's my story. So I'm getting married.
Donkey,
And then it turned out to be just Chris Hall Productions.
Chicken Run.
Little old guy, local guy, pretending to be not so local. Turns out, lame.
It was incredibly well executed.
Yeah, it was.
We have to say.
We were constantly. At no point did we fully believe it, but we were constantly on the edge of thinking this could be real.
I have to admit, for a while there, I thought it was. I think I fully committed to thinking it was real.
It was so close.
We started out incredibly
probably did
skeptical.
too. Yeah.
We started out like somebody's teasing us, but they kept it up and they didn't blink. And at some point, I remember thinking, "Wow, this is really cool. This is fun." You know. And then it started like going off the deep end, and we went back to being cynical and skeptical. And then, did we figure it out first, or did he confess first?
He confessed.
Yeah.
Well, his last email was very obviously something was up.
Yeah,
And then he
yeah.
was like, "Yeah, I'm not real." So, all right. So here's the deal. Like, if you want to be a part of the show like those people, podcast@penncinema.com is the #1 way to get in touch with us. We also monitor our comments and all the things
Right.
on YouTube and all that stuff.
Right.
But the best way
Right.
to make sure that we don't miss it,
Right.
podcast@penncinema.com.
Right.
All right. So one of the things that's been really big in the comments on YouTube, now that we're on YouTube,
Yeah.
is everyone keeps saying,
Right.
Penn, what's up with you? Oh,
Right on cue.
I didn't know if you were going to make it.
I nail it every time, David.
What?
Don't doubt me. I'm continuing to read Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Now, by continuing to read Dungeon Crawler Carl, what chapter would you say you're on?
What chapter did I say I was on last week?
It was like 5 or 10 or something.
No, it was like 8.
Yeah.
It was 8.
Okay.
Okay.
So what chapter would you say that you're on Dungeon Crawler Carl?
Would I say that I'm on? I would say I'm on like chapter 43.
What chapter are you
Oh,
on?
again with the direct questions.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
You just got
And
to.
is it still 8?
Okay.
Because if it's still 8, then I don't think one of the things you're doing this week is reading Dungeon Crawler Carl. I think one of the things you did 2 weeks ago was read Dungeon Crawler Carl, and maybe someday you'll go back to it.
No. There's good news and bad news. What do you want first?
Hit me.
The good news is I am no longer on chapter 8.
Oh, okay. You were on chapter 9.
The bad news is I read chapter 9, which is like 3 pages long.
Yeah.
I had a wild week. I'm really sorry. I mean, I'm whatever. I'm just saying, like, I'm on. Yeah. So no, let's be a little bit more accepting. Let's be a little more accepting.
Are you
We all read at different levels, David.
going to finish this book
Yeah, 100%.
this year?
No, I am going to finish it not this month, meaning March, but I'm going to finish it shortly.
Okay.
I'm thoroughly enjoying the book.
I'll tell you where I am when we get to me.
Oh God. Okay. My family and I continue to enjoy the movies, the show Extracted.
Yeah.
Although I continue to hate that it comes out once a week, because you know what happens when you're on a show that is coming out every week. When you watch it, you have to watch the previously. You know how they started previously on, and I like to just skip through that, and get right to the action. But
And you're like,
since
what's going on?
the show was a week ago, I don't remember.
Yeah.
There's also, I will just say real quick, in case there's anyone else listening.
There's not. No one else is listening.
In case there's anyone else listening who's watching Extracted, the 2 brothers that are like bad guys on the show, like they are so awful. I can't take it. Like I can't even bear when they're when they get screen time. And of course they're bad guys, so they get tons of screen time.
And say that about the show too.
Right.
There's 2 guys are on the screen.
I'm watching the Penn Cinema podcast, but the 2 guys are awful.
They're clearly the bad guys.
I keep waiting for the hero to come. Don't hold your breath, buddy. It doesn't get any better. David, what's up with you?
I'll tell you what's up with me. Let me tell you what's up with me. I started watching Daredevil Born Again Season 2, which I think is fantastically low-end mediocre.
Awesome.
Yeah. But I also think the first episode of Season 2 is better than all of Season 1.
Everybody's saying that.
Yeah. So I'm watching this just to keep up with Daredevil and all the kind of stuff. I don't really care. Yeah. But
when do I get sound effects?
Never.
You were going to say when you finish Dungeon Crawler.
Yeah. When you finish Dune.
When I finish Dune, I get my own sound effects so that I can hit the snooze button.
Yeah, I mean, technically, we could set it up so you could put a board on your phone, and it would come through.
That'd be dope.
And we could and will.
2 different things. Right. Worlds apart. Right. Okay.
I'm also been playing Jedi Survivor, and then the big thing that I've been really excited about, which I keep forgetting to talk about, is the newest season of Invincible. Really love that show. I think we're 3 episodes in now. Just so good. I really like that show, Invincible. I don't think it's your tea, but super good. And I will finish Dungeon Crawler Carl today.
Oh my God.
I am on chapter...
You will finish.
Yeah, I'm on chapter 40. I thought I was going to finish it last night. If we would have recorded on Sunday, like we thought we were going to, I would have been done. And I was tempted to stay up last night and finish it, and then I thought, no, I have to be up at a reasonable time and go do this podcast because someone has a family that has plans on Sunday. So,
right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm just saying.
We're not going to say who that is.
No. Just,
right. Could be anybody.
It could be anyone ever.
Right.
Yeah. So I think that the latter half of Dungeon Crawler Carl is good. Obviously, I already said I was going to read the second one, but the beginning I felt to me was very tutorial. I don't know. I was kind of waiting for the ball to drop, and then it did. Mm-hmm. And now I'm invested and want more.
Awesome.
So
I can't wait for chapter 10.
Yeah. Let me tell you, the numbers change.
Oh, boy.
Now there's 2 of them once you get that far.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah. All right. So next week.
What if I had tried to lie and I was like, I'm on chapter 33?
I would have started asking questions.
You would have known.
I would have known.
You would have been known.
Instantly what was going on. I would have been like, there's no way.
Right.
I did check the numbers when before you were in the room. I was like, where?
Wait, I thought we said we could count.
No, you got to be finished.
Okay.
No. Because if we counted books that you started, that number would be huge because you read their cover, and that's where it would eventually devolve down to. Someone told me about a book. Click.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think I can still tell people I'm an avid reader. Doesn't matter what I read, just because I'm reading the covers. That's fine.
That's definitely words.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Next week we're going to be talking about the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Look, if you want to be a part of the show. Mm-hmm. The best way you can do that is email us at a brand new email, podcast@penncinema.com. Yeah. If you are joining us on any of our platforms, please like, subscribe, leave a comment there if you don't want to email, or do both. Right. Just let us know you're listening. And if you're on iTunes, we haven't had a new review there in a while. Send us there. We'll read that. But if you want to support the show in other ways, and some might say the superior way, Penn, what's the way to do that?
Well, David, I don't know if you heard about this hot new trend that's just taken the nation by storm.
I didn't.
You didn't hear about it? I'm going to fill you in.
Okay.
All right. And everybody's doing it, but I think we should get in on it.
Okay.
All right. What our listeners should do is join the rest of the country in a pressure campaign, sending letters to Glenn Powell. Dear Glenn, listen to the Penn Cinema podcast.
Yeah.
Love, Judy. Or whatever your name is.
Yeah.
Right? It's that simple. It's that easy. And what's happening is Glenn Powell, I don't know if did you read this? You didn't read this part either. Yeah, Glenn Powell is on a press tour currently promoting his new exciting role in Super Mario Brothers, but people are really frustrated with him because all he wants to talk about is the Penn Cinema podcast.
That's crazy.
So what we want people to do is continue to encourage Glenn Powell to promote the show.
If you do that,
Yeah.
it's also very simple to change the first name in the same letter to Colin.
To Colin Powell, right?
Yeah.
All right. Both. Either one.
Either one.
Yeah. Not so much Condi Rice.
No.
No. We'll leave her out of it for now.
Yeah.
Colin Powell, Glenn Powell, dear sir, dear general,
Yeah.
whatever.
I love your stars.
I love all 8 stars you have. Right. And the other thing I wanted to mention really quickly is this week only,
Yeah.
the subscription fee to subscribe to us on YouTube is completely waived.
Whoa.
Yeah, so it's free. You can hit the like button, and then when you subscribe to follow us on YouTube, this week only, it's free. So don't wait till next week.
Okay.
But this week for free.
I'm going to do it this way. I've been holding off.
Yeah.
I mean, you think I'd get a discount?
Right. No.
No.
Not for you.
Not
bud.
for me.
You get a surcharge.
So this is my week to
This
get
is
in.
your window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Look, once again for the Penn Cinema podcast, I'm David Moulton.
And I'm Penn Ketchum. Take care and party on.
Thanks for joining us this episode. Our hosts would love to hear from you. To contact the show with your thoughts and reviews, email podcast@penncinema.com. This podcast is a production of Penn Cinema. Escape to the movies at Penn Cinema, featuring crisp digital projection, killer sound, reserved seating, and premium power recliners. With locations in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Wilmington, Delaware, and Huntington Valley, Pennsylvania. Showtimes and tickets available at www.penncinema.com.